Hello and welcome to Love Lessons for Men. Every strong relationship is built on one thing: trust. It's the foundation for everything else. But how do you build it early, without rushing or forcing it? In this video, I'll share 5 clear steps you can use from the very start. We'll cover consistency, honest communication, respecting boundaries, showing appropriate vulnerability, and protecting privacy. I'll explain each step in detail and give simple examples you can use right away. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Be consistent in your actions. Trust isn't built through words alone, it's built through consistency. When your actions match your words, she knows you're reliable. For example, if you say you'll call at 8 p.m., do it. Small acts of consistency create a foundation of reliability. If you promise to show up, be there. Showing up consistently beats grand promises. Practical tip: start with small, reliable commitments you can keep. Consistency signals that you are dependable, and that's the bedrock of trust. Chapter 2. Communicate honestly. Honesty is foundational, but it's a balancing act. It doesn't mean oversharing every detail right away, which can be overwhelming. It means being real about your feelings, intentions, and expectations in the moment. This authenticity allows a connection to grow at a healthy pace based on who you both are right now. This is how you build emotional safety, creating a space where both people feel secure enough to be vulnerable. When your words and actions align, your partner learns they can rely on you. For example, instead of a vague excuse when you're busy, be direct. Say, "I'd love to see you, but this week is packed. Let's aim for next week." That statement is clear, direct, and trustworthy. It avoids vague promises that create anxiety. By being straightforward, you show respect for their time and feelings. This transparency proves your interest is genuine, even when you're unavailable. It eliminates mind games and builds trust. Honest communication also includes realistic expectations and follow-up. If you suggest meeting next week, take the initiative to schedule it. If plans change, say so early. A quick, honest update shows consideration and reinforces your reliability. It's about being accountable for your words. Here's a practical tip: be direct, not defensive. When setting a boundary, use I statements. For example, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed and need some space," owns your feelings without placing blame. This simple clarity builds trust much faster than ambiguity and shows you're responsible in the conversation. Ultimately, honesty isn't just about avoiding lies. It's an active commitment to creating emotional safety. It's the bedrock that allows a genuine connection to form and trust to take root, creating a resilient foundation where a relationship can grow. Chapter 3. Respect boundaries. Everyone comes into a relationship with personal limits, and these aren't just walls. They're guidelines for how to connect safely. Respecting those limits is fundamental because it shows you see her as an individual with her own history and needs. This is what makes someone feel truly safe and valued with you. Boundaries come in many forms. Emotional boundaries protect feelings and past experiences. Physical boundaries relate to personal space and touch. And digital boundaries might involve how often you communicate or what's shared on social media. Recognizing and honoring all of these is key. So, what does this look like in practice? Imagine you ask about her past relationships and she says, "I'm not ready to talk about that yet." It's crucial not to push, question, or take it personally. Her boundary isn't a rejection of you, it's an act of self-care. The best response is simple and affirming. Say, "I understand. Thanks for telling me. Share when you're comfortable." This simple phrase does 3 powerful things. It validates her feelings, removes all pressure, and gives her control. That respect builds trust faster than anything else. Now let's bust a common myth, that boundaries are a sign of disinterest. The opposite is true. A person who can articulate their boundaries is self-aware and emotionally healthy. They aren't building walls to keep you out, they're drawing a map to show you how to come in safely. Respecting boundaries also means matching her pace, not forcing faster intimacy than she's ready for. Think of it like a dance. You have to move in sync. Rushing ahead with intense topics or expectations will only cause a stumble. Let the connection unfold naturally. A practical tip is to pay close attention to nonverbal cues. If she leans back, breaks eye contact, or her tone shifts when you bring something up, that's a signal to ease off. Before digging into potentially sensitive topics, you can always ask, "Is it okay if I ask you about this?" Ultimately, Consistent respect for boundaries tells her you care about her comfort and well-being above all else. It's an ongoing practice that creates a sanctuary of trust, allowing a genuine, lasting connection to be built. Chapter 4. Show vulnerability. Let's tackle a big one: vulnerability. For generations, men have been taught that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. But in a healthy relationship, the opposite is true. True vulnerability isn't about being needy or oversharing. It's about having the courage to be authentic. It's the key to moving beyond surface-level chats and building a genuine, deep connection. It shows you're confident enough to be real, which is incredibly attractive and makes you far more relatable as a person, not just a potential partner. So how do you do it right? Start with small, low-risk disclosures. For example, saying, "I was actually a little nervous before our first date. I really wanted to make a good impression." This simple, honest admission is powerful because it shows you care. Other examples could be admitting a small ambition or a funny failure, like, "I'm trying to learn guitar, but so far my cat is my only unimpressed audience." These small windows into your inner world are invitations that signal safety and encourage her to share something in return. However, there's a crucial distinction between vulnerability and oversharing. Vulnerability builds connection. Oversharing or trauma dumping creates distance. Think of it as sharing a feeling versus making someone responsible for it. A practical tip is to gauge the situation. Sharing deep-seated insecurities or past baggage too early is overwhelming. It's not about hiding who you are, but about pacing the reveal. Start with confessions that show character and growth, not just drama. That balance is what builds trust respectfully. Ultimately, showing vulnerability is an act of strength. It demonstrates the confidence to be seen for who you truly are, the foundation of any lasting bond. When you are vulnerable in a thoughtful, measured way, you're not just building trust. You're building a true partnership founded on honesty and respect. Vulnerability is the bridge to deeper intimacy, and when you show it thoughtfully, it doesn't just build a bond, it makes it unbreakable. Chapter 5. Keep private things private. If she shares something personal, don't broadcast it to others. Protecting her confidence builds unshakable trust. For example, if she confides about a work struggle, don't repeat it to your friends. Keeping her confidence shows maturity and respect. Practical tip: ask before you share, and if she says no, respect that boundary completely. Protecting her privacy proves you value her trust, which encourages more honesty and closeness. Trust is built early through consistency, honesty, respect, vulnerability, and protecting each other's privacy. Do these things from the start, and your relationship will have a strong foundation to grow. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe to Love Lessons for Men for more insights and tips to help you succeed. Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next video.